Hello, this is Clint from Clint's Permaculture Garden. I want to tell you all about an experience. I almost feel compelled to tell this story because it is so unusual today. And what it is, it's simply me and my wife were in Chattanooga. It's about 45 minutes from us. And we went and saw Mission Impossible. It was the sixth or 700th one they've got. Really good movie. It was pouring down rain. We got a little bit to eat. We've been seeing these billboards around Chattanooga, Harvest Groceries. So we go over there, and it's pouring down rain, and right out front, they're cooking food and handing it out, and they're hamburgers and brats. They're great big things, and they're only $2 a piece just for customers. They do it like on Saturdays or something, they said normally. We just ate, or we'd have been more than happy to pay $2 for them great big old hamburgers because they look delicious. So we're like thinking, well, that's pretty cool. So we go through the door. We didn't make it 5 feet. And then there was a gentleman at a cash register that was doing something with some bags. And he looks up and he welcomes us. Glad you're here. If you have any questions, let us know. And Cindy starts looking at something. And since I grow so much stuff, I'm pulled over to the vegetable section, which is right in front of you. And there's a lady, and she's standing there, and she's going over produce and looking at it. And I walk up to her. She's smiling. She seems happy. She's not aggravated that I'm talking with her, which is what you get in most businesses. And she answers my question. My question was very simple. What does the store consider local? What is the definition of that? Because I would like to know. I mean, is it local because it's from the South or America or whatever it is? And she said, well, these come from Sand Mountain, which is very close to us. Then we have these that come from a buyer's group that are local farmers that kind of pull together so they can meet the orders. And I'm like, man, that's really cool. So I'm looking around at those, and they have a really nice selection. It all looks really fresh. I make it, and because of some of the stuff I grow, I'm looking at the way they're packaging it and this, that, and the other. And this gentleman comes up, and we just start talking. I can tell he works there, but I don't know anything about it. Within 30 seconds, we're talking about raising rabbits and chickens and backyard ducks and cooking duck breast and duck eggs and different things like that. And we're talking, and Cindy kind of gives me the tug that we need to move on. So he goes his way, and we're moving around the store, and we're getting our stuff. Well, he's the butcher. The store actually had a butcher in it. And we went in there for ground grass-fed lamb is what, we want to get 5 pounds of it. We eat it quite a bit. We want it for dinner that night. So we ask you, we're looking, where's your ground lamb? We don't have any, but I'd be glad to grind you some. So he went and ground us individual packets, a pound apiece, 5 of the grass-fed beef. And we're sitting there talking when he comes back out. Now we're talking about aquaponics and growing shrimp or prawns here in Tennessee and how cool that would be. And do you think there'd be an interest? And since I raise ducks, how are your ducks selling that you've got on the counter and this, that, and the other? And we're talking, it's like talking to somebody at a permaculture convention. It was not like at a grocery store. Well, I kind of move on down from there, and I go past their seafood section. I'm looking at it, and they got some really cool stuff for, at least the way it was packaged, really cool looking stuff for seafood. And I see Cindy talking with these two guys. She's trying this cheese. When I walk over there, she just like almost runs over and puts in my mouth. Oh my goodness, you got to try this cheese. And it was delicious. And I look up and they got beer on tap. We get to talking with them. She's testing cheese. She's having a good time. Everybody's laughing, having a good time. We move around. She gets seafood just not regular seafood, but sushi. And she said it was some of the best she's ever had. I didn't have any, so I can't really say I agree or disagree with her on that, but she really liked it. Well, I'm talking to some other people going out, end up at the juice bar. And so I get a juice, which was beets, apples, and carrots is what I make at home a lot anyway. I want to see if theirs tasted different. And this sounded good. I'm watching her make it. The pulp goes down this tube out of this machine. I see it's going under a counter. I'm like, what do you do with the pulp? She says, nothing. I said, is there any chance I'd like to try that as a treat for my ducks? She said, I don't know. Let me go find the manager. The manager comes over, and he double bags it for me. No problem whatsoever. I'm carrying around probably 4 gallons of this stuff around the grocery store, this pulp. Excuse me. I'm kind of excited about, the ducks trying this stuff out. We get some other stuff in the middle. We're talking about coffee. We're looking at their selections of coffee. We get up in the front. The owner of the store is bagging the groceries. And my wife's talking to him, and we're kind of joking around. And he sees how much we bought. He gives me the juice for free. Not that he had to, not that it was a deal anywhere that we could see, but greatly appreciate it. We left. But let me tell you why I want to tell you about this experience of a grocery store, because it was way more than a grocery store. It was a full-blown experience. I felt like we come out of almost like amusement park is not right, but entertainment. It was like we were getting entertained. And the people there actually cared that we were there. Not just in a we want your money type thing, but they actually cared. Now, if you're into permaculture and you want to start a business, you need to go check these people out. It's Harvest Groceries. It's who it is. They're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's the first one. They're wanting to expand out. If they can do that nationwide, I feel sorry for Whole Foods. Because the experience of going in this place, you just feel like when you come out, you can't wait to go back. I mean, it was that good of an experience. That's the reason, and I've never done a video like this. Because it's not my business. They're not paying me anything to say. But it was just such a great experience I wanted to share with people. So if you're in Chattanooga and you need to get some groceries, I highly recommend that you go to Harvest Groceries off of Hickson Pike. Great experience, even better food. It was all delicious. It was really fresh. And I just when you go from business to business, that is lost in our culture today. So if you're wanting to start a business, it would be worth your time to drive to Chattanooga and walk around and see how a real business is run that's got customers in mind, that's already built a fan. I'm a fan of a grocery store that I've only been to once in the middle of a thunderstorm. I mean, that's insane that the business is ran that well. And the people want you there that much that you feel like you just want to go out and almost be a prophet for them because you just enjoyed your experience so much. So Harvest Groceries is where it was in Chattanooga. If you're ever around Chattanooga area, you need to check them out. I promise you'll be glad that you did. This is Clint from Clint's Permaculture Garden, and I'll talk to you next time.